What's happening, boys? So I'm gonna make this one super simple. This right here is like it's the blueprint that you actually need to know for still image ads. We're going to walk through 5, maybe 6 ads. They're all still image ads, but the parts that makes them so successful, the reasons why they work, like the reasons, like the thing that you need to know in order to start making successful still image ads and high performance creatives, we're going to go over all of that. You guys know I run a UGC marketing agency. So typically what I do is video ads, but a lot of the same emotional triggers, like a lot of the same things that we're talking about in this video, also apply to like your video ad. So yes, this is a still image video, but you literally need to understand this because these are just marketing principles and you want to make money. So you need to understand marketing and e-commerce. Let's hop right into it. This is what I like to call the contrast, right? Before you even sit down and understand what this is about. Notice the colors, notice the vibe, notice the dark versus light. Notice how there is a contrast between where your attention is supposed to be versus where your attention is. I'm gonna be dead ass honest. I don't even know what ambient I don't even know what ambient is. Looking at this ad, I know it's not good. That is the entire marketing strategy. Like that is the thing. That is the one thing that makes this entire ad so good. I put something in front of you, and then I put my product over the thing that I put in front of you. Granted, I'm not in the target market, so I don't know what this is. I don't actually like have insomnia or like suffer with sleep, which I would imagine this brand caters towards. But simply just by saying that this product is better than whatever the alternative is, don't let your target audience actually be struggling with the alternative, or like that be an industry thing, like Ambien be an industry thing that people actually don't fuck with. Now all of a sudden your claim, which their bold claim is right on top too, we're going to talk about that more later on. Your bold claim now becomes instantly more powerful because the colors and the contrast psychologically go dark light. That's what the gray on the white side, that's what the black and then the blue do. But even the bold claim now, I actually care about it a ton. So I get great sleep. I get 8 hours of sleep almost every single night. But looking at this product, I go like, dang, what if my sleep could be better? Like, what if they could actually help me improve my sleep? And that is like what the marketing psychology of what this looks like. Remember, everything in ads is interruption based marketing. So, in situations like this, it is so pivotal to be able to catch someone's attention and be able to allow them to get your message across quickly. This is like the first ad because I want you to understand the power of like your subconscious mind. And when you get to start talking to people's subconscious mind, all of a sudden you have to do a whole lot less explaining. I want you guys to understand everybody, every time they buy anything, especially a random product on social media that they've never heard about before, people buy off emotion first, and then they later justify it with logic. This is so strong because it immediately, right off the gate, talks about the emotion and not even using words, just by using colors, just by using picture. You immediately catch the emotion. And then when you go to the landing page, that's when you see like what's in Moon Brew. That's what you see why this is so much better than the alternatives. That's when you look at the cost. Like people justify it after. But this is when they actually make the purchase decision, even if in their head they haven't rationalized it yet. So enough nerd talk about this one. Let's slide over to the next one. A simple feature list. Tell me what I need to know and tell it to me quickly. People have the attention span of goldfish. And outside of this just being like a simply extremely aesthetic photo, these style of things work really, really good because you're almost balancing like a really professional quality image with something that looks like somebody just drew on. Like those arrows, it looked like a little kid just kind of drew those arrows. And like the style of text looks like somebody just threw it inside of TikTok and started typing on it. And they probably did. But that is like the contrast here. The contrast doesn't always need to be that deep, but people don't like overproduction on social media anymore. It works in like, I don't know, a Mr. Beast video. But for your product, either everything has to be extremely highly overproduced, which is just going to cost way more money and more time, or you want to mix in something that feels a little bit more natural, something that doesn't feel as perfect. It's why I feel like Instagram is dying as a platform, because on Instagram, everything has to be perfect. Versus on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, now you can just kind of be yourself. You have a grainy video, cool. But those grainy videos, those low quality videos, they feel more authentic, and that's what the textile, that's what this does. It offsets the professionalism by adding in a feeling of like authenticity. Now what they actually do, right, like the words they actually put on here, this is a little bit different, because the features, like the things that they're talking about inside of the product, they really help. Because at first this is just a regular product, like, oh, bracelets, cool, who cares, I'm gonna scroll away. Now I take a peek at that and I say like, oh, like it's tarnish free. It doesn't fade. Huh, that's really interesting. I'll tell you guys, I just had a chain that like I absolutely love. It's fading now. So it has a lifetime warranty. Oh crap. So even on my favorite chain, imagine what would happen if it didn't tarnish, and even if it did have a lifetime warranty. Now what you just did is you just gave me a no-brainer offer after fixing a pain point. First thing, tarnish free, no fading. That's your first pain point. People don't like buying jewelry that fades, and that's typically the caveat with buying cheaper jewelry or jewelry that's not as expensive. It's gonna tarnish and it's gonna fade. Well, now I don't have to worry about that, because even if it does, I have a free lifetime warranty guaranteed inside this product. And now you're telling me that if I buy two, because what's really cool here, right, is that they put three inside of here. So like the bracelet that she's wearing, she actually has on three. At least I think that's a she. Could be a dude, who knows? But like there's like three there. So what you're telling me is, subconsciously, remember I was talking about your subconscious mind. This is what my life would look like if I had your product. Like high classy, looks like she's taking care of her skin. Notice like that water. Think about the life. Like think about where the rest of this photo is, and think about, oh crap, like I can get access to that, and I will be able to look exactly how this person looks. I just spent like 3 minutes unpacking this entire ad, but notice there's no more than like 12 words inside of this ad, and it's literally just one picture. Psychologically, the messaging in your ads are so freaking important, because everything that I just told you happens in a microsecond of someone's head. All of the emotions, everything we just walked through happens in all of like a looking at this ad, keep going. Like in the amount of time it takes someone's thumb to move like a quarter of an inch is how much time you have to convey that entire message. And this ad does it really well, because it conveys a message that works, that actually means a lot, because of everything I just said. So this one is the one I actually really like. Show me, don't tell me. It follows a lot of the same things we just talked about. But what's really funny, right, is that if they were to just run this ad very similar to the last ad without any of the text, all of a sudden it doesn't have any context anymore. That's what I love about the text. That's what I love about this playful style. It adds context inside of things that people typically wouldn't necessarily get, or like wouldn't necessarily understand, right? So I'm a guy, like hell if I know anything about dresses. But now all of a sudden, you didn't have to tell me, because you showed me. If you would have just showed me this picture, I would have just been like, whatever, kept scrolling. Now I notice, oh crap, there is lace detail in there. Oh, like this does really clench her waist, so that even though she's not a very, curvy lady, she kind of looks like it in that dress, right? And then now you're selling me. You have free shipping, 50% off, and then look at the social proof they have right there at the beginning, right? So what are two things? It's very similar. It follows almost the exact same structure as the first one did. Top two are reasons why I should buy, because it has a lace detail and corset clenching waist. Again, I'm not really in this target audience, so like shit if I know. But if I'm talking to like not the pain point, now this is the benefit. So I added this one in here, because now I'm not talking to your pain, I'm actually talking to your benefit. This is what makes my product unique. And instead of me talking about it, I'm just gonna show you what this actually looks like. Now, after I've made my case on why you should buy because my product is so good, now it's free shipping, and it's 50% off the usual price, and over 3,000 people have bought it. You have to make, when people look at your ads, they have to look as if it's a no-brainer. They have to be able to look at your stuff and it be the easiest thing in the world. So tell them things they care about, give them things that make it easy for them to buy, and then show them all of the social proof of other people who've already bought. Because another thing about people on social media is no one likes to be the first person to do anything. That's why reviews work so well. Now, just to double back on something we talked about on that last slide, look at her face. Look at the background. Look at the shoes that she has on. Look at her posture. All of this matters so much because what this brand is inherently showing me, talking about that subconscious again, they're showing me this is the style of life that I'm able to access with their product on. This isn't a lady in the sundress in the pool. This is a lady where, like, I mean, even look at her dimples, look at her hair. Like, this looks like a very, not vibrant, that's not the word I'm looking for. This is like a very high class, a very luxurious, a very like social club that you have to get invited to even like get in. And you're able to get that entire style. Like everything about this photo shows a high quality luxurious brand where, like, I don't have to worry about this stuff being cheap or ripping or not being high quality simply because of the subconscious elements in here. Her face, her posture, her background, her nails, her shoes, things that people typically overlook. Your subconscious mind. Before all I did was just point out what you probably felt as soon as you saw this ad. But that is what your targeting does. That is what marketing is. It's all of, like, I always point at the back of my head because I feel like that's where your subconscious is. It's always like the back of your head subconscious work that really allows these still images to work. Because unlike a video, you don't have a ton of time to tell people. So you have to allow that subconscious mind to click in to work very, very expeditiously. That's why I think video still image ads are working so well right now, because unlike a video, there is no actual time commitment. And if still image ads are done correctly, all of a sudden I get the message in half of a second rather than me having to watch a 30-second video. So now let's slop on to the next one. This is one that I love a lot. You know, we threw in a feminine product. Now we're just going to throw in a guy product. So I actually really, really like it. I don't love the bottom social proof bar. So, like, if I was running this ad, like, I would test it. But what I really, really do like is this is a major, major, major pain point, right? Like, this brand, I think it's called Dude Balls or like Dude something. It's called something weird. But this brand, their USP, and literally I got it just by looking at this ad, is stop shaving by stopping hair from growing back for good. This is a humongous pain point. As an extremely hairy guy myself, one of the things I absolutely hate is cutting my hair just for it to grow completely back in 2 weeks. In my head, even though this is a humongous problem, obviously there's no way for me to solve this problem, so I'll just keep living with it. What this ad does is, again, even in the facial expressions, even in the colors in the back, even his posture and how he's holding it, like, even the type of guy that this is actually the type of guy who probably doesn't grow a whole lot of hair just by looking at him. But because he has bald arms, like, I don't have bald arms, but like, because he has bald arms, all of a sudden it gives, like, oh crap, maybe this product works. These are subconscious things. These are things that happen legitimately within half a second of you looking at this ad. These are the type of things that you would feel when watching this. But the problem is that a lot of you guys are running picture ads and you're running a fucking white background photo that doesn't explain anything about your product, that doesn't tap into that subconscious, that doesn't double back things that are already working inside of your brand. That's why no one's buying it, because it fucking sucks. All of a sudden, when you look at these types of brands and you look at, like somebody who's never made a successful still image ad or done it a few times off of look wouldn't understand that these small nuances, the color of the background, the posture, the type of guy, the fucking shirt he's wearing, like, this all plays a part because it's marketing. And yes, individually, these play all very, very small parts. When you put them together, you're able to convince someone to buy because you're going straight off feeling and intuition. Does this product look like it works for this guy? Does he look like he's tired of cutting his hair even though it's growing back? Yes, yes, and yes. And just because of that, again, I don't know, like that banner at the bottom, but just because of that, let's say the banner does work. Now, all of a sudden, there are over 15,000 people who have the same facial expression as him because they feel like me and they're tired of their hair growing back. And they found a solution that I have not found yet. I need to click and find out more about this brand. It literally is just that simple. Still image ads work, but they work off intuition. They work off feelings. They don't work so much off video pain points and angles. Keep it simple, stupid. This is actually probably one of my favorite ads from here. I'm not super sure how successful this ad is, but it's one of the ones that I like so much because look at the attention that it draws. You cannot help but be able to look at this shoe and go like, "Whoa, like what is that?" It's just a green shoe, right? But look at the editing, right? So let's do another breakdown of here. Check out her nails. Check out like the outfit that she has on. Check out the background. Check out how everything. I mean, even like her toenails. I mean, I don't know what that has to do with it. If you're a foot fetish guy, maybe the toenails help a lot. But like, check out how like everything in this picture highlights your attention away from everything else and then onto the shoe. It's like even though the shoe is not perfectly centered, all of a sudden the shoe has your full blown attention. And the first thing you think is like, yo, this is pretty high quality. Not necessarily because of the product is high quality, just because of the positioning and the image of the ad looks so high quality, you immediately associate the brand and then the quality of the brand based on this picture. It's like that old saying, you only have one time to make like a good impression. That's what's going on with this video. They made an amazing first impression by just the scenery and the complete background of the image. This is my like bonus one, I guess you can call it, because this is actually not an e-commerce product. But I want you guys to understand that still images, while I like them for selling things that are very simple, literally what the whole last slide was about, the thing that they also work with is complexities. If you're running a SaaS business or you're about to launch a product that has a lot of information packed into the product about why people can buy it, still image ads work really well for this. You have to be careful because too much text gets boring, and if the text is too small, no one will read it. But like by just a few of these things here, right? Like let's go how somebody would actually look at this ad. Autopilot chat GPT, because people actually probably won't read the first thing. So they see the word chat GPT. You see a familiar logo twice. You see a lot of other familiar logos pointing from chat GPT into there. So you see your Notion, you see your Google Drive, you see your Outlook, you see your spreadsheets, you see Discord, you see WordPress, and then you see someone thinking about it. You see the little thinking emoji, right? So you see a lot of familiar things that your brain automatically resonates with. All of a sudden you're able to get an idea of what this product about. Because I mean, let's be honest, something like this people are not reading. What they are doing is familiarizing themselves with things that they already can identify. Again, we only have about like half a second, like way less time than we have with videos. But all of a sudden, these things that people identify with are able to be highlighted, and you're able to make a much stronger case for something that's actually pretty complex by tying together things that people already know and understand with your product. That's actually how people learn. Professors and high school teachers taught me this a while ago, that the only way to actually learn something is to attach something new onto something old. So attach something old, something that you've already learned, onto something new. Like once you attach these two together, it's the only way you learn new things, and it's a really great way to explain the complexities of a product. Guys, this was super freaking dope. I make these types of creators for my clients literally all of the time. I like to see like hints on the video side, but like the creative strategy, the nerd talk that you just spent the past 18 minutes listening to me do, I actually do it literally all of the time. As a matter of fact, just because you made it to like almost a 20-minute mark, and I'm literally so happy that you guys did, I will be more than happy to put together an audit and even put together some free content. Bucket, put together some free content for you guys. Book a call with me, hop on my calendar, we'll talk through this shit. But if you have an e-commerce brand, I'm gonna just fuck it. I'll make some content for you, and then I'll do a content strategy very similar to this, because right now my clients are experiencing extreme success just by taking advantage of like my marketing brain and letting me make creatives from them that are extremely high performance. You can do the exact same thing. I'm literally ready and available, and I'm actually taking on new clients. So thanks for watching this video. Peace.